The air base shuddered under a relentless chorus of alarms, their shrill cries slicing through the pitch-black night like a desperate plea. Ground crews stumbled in the dim glow of flickering lights, their shouts swallowed by the thunder of jet engines and the screech of tires on wet tarmac. Fuel trucks veered dangerously close to aircraft wings, narrowly avoiding disaster. Amid this swirling chaos, an unmarked A-10 Warthog emerged like a shadow, rolling silently onto the runway with no warning, no authorization. Its engines growled to life, a deep, menacing hum that rattled the earth. Then, with a deafening roar, its cannon unleashed a torrent of fire, reducing enemy positions to billowing clouds of smoke and ash. Every shot landed with uncanny precision. Total annihilation. The control tower's screens erupted in red, unidentified aircraft. Mission override. A technician stood frozen, voice barely a whisper, Ghost 1, she's back. Back. Who is this unseen pilot commanding the skies with such deadly skill? What drives her to break every rule? If this opening has your heart racing, hit like, subscribe to HeroHush Stories for more untold tales, comment your first thoughts, and share with a friend who loves a good mystery. Stick with me, the answers will keep you hooked until the final second. Picture a remote air base perched on the razor's edge of the Syria-Iraq conflict zone, where the air feels thick with dust and unspoken dread. The place never sleeps, mechanics hunch over engines, pilots brief in shadowed corners, all under a sky that promises violence at any moment. That's the world Sophia Rivas inhabits, though few notice her presence. She's 31, her long brown hair pulled back into a tight ponytail that swings with each careful move. Her small frame makes her almost invisible among the hulking machines, and she prefers it that way. She's quiet, speaking only when absolutely necessary, her words measured and calm, like a steady hand in a storm. You'd find her in the maintenance bay, her hands buried in grease as she meticulously cleans auxiliary power units or traces hydraulic lines for leaks. Her coveralls are a map of stains, oil embedded deep under her fingernails, and her only identification is a faded temporary badge, no rank, no unit, no name stitched on. To the untrained eye, she's just another cog in the war machine, a face lost in the blur of combat operations. But not everyone misses her. One humid afternoon, a trio of lieutenants strolls by the bay, their laughter cutting through the hum of tools. Look at that grease monkey, one sneers, jerking his head towards Sophia. Keep her away from the controls, she'd sink us faster than a brick. The others join in, their chuckles loud and pointed, designed to sting. Sophia doesn't blink. She keeps working, her focus unbroken, wiping a rag over a metal casing as if they don't exist. Why would she care? Her personnel file is a ghost in the system, no active duty records, no logged assignments, no trace of a past. She's a shadow, present yet erased from official memory. Yet, a few seasoned crew members exchange quiet nods when she passes. They've heard murmurs, noticed her hands move with a precision that hints at more. Who is she beneath that silence? What lies hidden in her steady gaze? Weeks pass, and the base settles into a tense rhythm. Sophia remains a fixture, her routine unchanging, check the lines, clean the parts, stay out of sight. But rumors begin to creep through the ranks. Some say she's been around longer than the oldest mechanic remembers. Others whisper about planes she's fixed that others couldn't touch, engines roaring to life under her care when all hope seemed lost. Her presence feels like a puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit. Then the tension snaps. A mission alert flashes across the screens, a SEAL team is trapped in enemy territory. The base erupts into motion, and Sophia watches from the sidelines, her hand still on a wrench, but her eyes, those piercing, unreadable eyes, suggest a storm brewing beneath her calm. Is she just a mechanic, or is she waiting for her moment to step into the light? The crisis explodes with a fury that shakes the base to its core. Sirens blare in a relentless wail, pulling every person into a frantic dance of survival. A SEAL team is pinned down at coordinates 34 degrees north, 43 degrees east, deep in a valley-turned war zone. The enemy owns the ground, their numbers overwhelming, their weapons outclassing the teams, their positions a masterclass in domination. Heavy artillery seals off every escape, transforming the terrain into a lethal cage. Radios crackle with raw panic, "We're pinned, taking heavy casualties, air support now or we're gone." In the ops room, tension thickens like fog. Official pilots are grounded, missiles hang in the sky like a predator's jaws, ready to snap. The landscape is a gauntlet of narrow canyons, jagged ridges, and hidden ambush points, a death trap designed to break the strongest wills. Delays pile up, comms fail mid-sentence, equipment shorts out, orders get crossed. The commander's voice booms, hoarse with desperation, "Get anything airborne, those men are bleeding out." Amid the turmoil, all eyes turn to the maintenance bay. That weathered A-10, its paint chipped and unmarked, no serial numbers to claim it, is hauled into the open. No one signed off on its use. No pilot's been assigned. But Sophia moves with a quiet certainty. She climbs into the cockpit, her movements smooth and deliberate, leaving the gawking crew speechless. Who is this woman? Where are the flight orders? The engines ignite with a deep, resonant growl that vibrates through the concrete. The tower's voice cuts through, "Unknown aircraft, identify immediately." Silence. The jet lurches forward, thundering down the runway and disappearing into the fiery horizon. Shockwaves ripple. Who authorized this? Who's flying? High above, the A-10 plunges into a battlefield of nightmares. Enemy forces control every inch, but Sophia navigates it like a seasoned hunter. Her cannon fires in controlled bursts, each round a work of art. Gun nests crumble, missile launchers erupt in flames, supply convoys dissolve into blazing wrecks. The SEAL leader peers through the smoke. What in God's name is that? His radio operator, voice hushed, replies, "I've heard stories. She once wiped out a border ambush alone, then vanished into thin air." Enemy comms light up in chaos, unidentified jet, attacking from all angles, can't get a lock. She weaves low, skimming the earth, using every dip and ridge for cover, anticipating moves before they happen. The tower pleads again, "Respond now." Nothing but silence, a silence that carries the weight of her purpose. The valley transforms into a roaring inferno of war. Bullets tear through the air as the SEALs huddle behind shattered cover, casualties piling up with every second. Then the A-10 strikes like a force of nature, pass after relentless pass, each run a masterpiece of destruction. The 30mm cannon thunders, ripping through enemy lines with flawless precision. No misses. No mercy. Enemy radios scream in defeat, "It's hitting everything, fall back now." Below, the team leader yells into his mic, "You're our lifeline, whoever you are, keep going." No response, but she sweeps in for one final run, ensuring the kill zone is clear. Smoke blankets what was a certain grave. The extraction path opens wide. 8 lives torn from the jaws of death. The jet returns to base, touching down with a grace that defies its scars. Sophia emerges, helmet cradled under her arm, her flight suit drenched in sweat, her face a mask of calm amid the stunned silence. The commander storms toward her, rage boiling. "What were you thinking? Answer me." But he halts, locked by her eyes, eyes that carry the weight of countless battles fought alone. A SEAL staggers forward, voice breaking, "You saved me in Syria, flew into a missile storm to pull us out." Another steps up, Yemen, 18 hours of cover, 43 men brought home. A medic chokes out, Afghanistan, evac in that monster storm when every other pilot said no. Story after story spills out, turning myth into flesh and blood. The commander's tone softens. Why do this? No orders, no support. Her answer is firm, unshakable. If not me, who else will step up? The revelation hits hard. 3 years ago, declared dead in a Yemen crash, Sophia crawled from the wreckage alive. She chose to stay, killed, on paper, rejecting the slow grind of military red tape for the freedom to act. Her unit? A phantom squad, erased from all records. For years, when missions teetered on failure, that unmarked A-10 appeared, completed the impossible, and vanished. Ghost 1. A name passed like a lifeline among the desperate. Sophia declines the offers that follow: reinstatement, medals, a hero's welcome. Too many chains, she says with a shake of her head. I'm more effective like this. She walks back to the maintenance bay, resuming her work with a rag and a wrench, wiping grease as if she'd just finished a routine shift. The commander, moved by her resolve, orders a photo of her A-10 hung in the ops hall, silent sentinel. No face, just the jet, a testament to her unseen strength. Word spreads not through official channels, those remain locked tight, but in quiet exchanges. Pilots dissect her tactics in late-night briefings. Teams share her saves like sacred tales. That A-10 stays prepped, tanks full, ammo loaded, a silent vow to be ready. Sophia embodies a truth: heroes don't need parades or titles. They act when the world hesitates. In a system choked by rules and delays, she chose purpose over protocol. Her courage isn't shouted, it's the steady hand that turns despair into survival. Every life she's touched carries her quiet legacy forward. True leadership. It's showing up when others won't, no fanfare required, just results that echo. If this story of a silent guardian sent chills through you, you're in for a treat with more. Check out our video, Was She Mocked to Hero? Seat 14 pilot saves 300 lives, right here on HeroHush Stories for another journey of incredible bravery. Like if it stirred your soul, subscribe for weekly inspiration, drop a comment with what hit you hardest, and share with someone who needs a boost. Thanks for staying with me. Our next tale is on the way, and it's one you won't want to miss.